What are your expectations for deGrom in 2022?
My expectations are business as usual for Jacob deGrom. I expect a full allotment of innings. I expect him to remain dominant. I know how he works, what he does in the offseason. The team was extra cautious with him, as they should have been last year coming out of a shortened COVID season. But I expect to see the dominant Jacob deGrom that we saw. I expect a Cy Young contending, if not dominant season. And I look forward to watching him on the mound, every fifth day.
You said full allotment of innings. That certainly is going to be a heavy topic of conversation. Terry, what conversations would you be having with Jake when the lockout ends and the manager would be allowed to have contact?
Well, I will tell you this. The first thing you're telling Jacob, hey, we are not on fast forward. We've got 6 weeks. We certainly are starting. I know Jake. He's just like Jerry. He's throwing now. He's getting himself ready. But you do not have to rush this guy through spring training. You know what? You've got 5-man rotation. You may have a day off early in the season. The idea is to get Jacob deGrom 28 to 30 starts. And if that means you got to back him off a little bit in spring training, take some time with him, make sure he's 100% ready to start the season, and then monitor his workload early in the season.
Jerry, I want to go back to you because you said business as usual. Do you think business as usual is the right move when you see Jacob deGrom, throwing so much harder than every other starter in the rest of Major League Baseball? Do you think that has any connection to the injury, and can he dial it back at all?
Yeah, I mean, throwing a baseball is not a natural motion, so there's always risk of injury. But Jacob deGrom isn't a max effort. You watch a guy like Scherzer throw and you hear him grunt and you can see the intent in his face. You know that he's throwing. Jacob deGrom is more of a poet. It's a poetry in motion thing. And just because it comes out harder than every other pitcher in the league doesn't mean he's trying too hard. I think you let him do his thing. He's a poet. You let him write his sonnet, whatever the case may be. You wouldn't ask William Shakespeare, to write haikus. You just let him do his thing and then adjust accordingly. So deGrom's on that level, and you let him be Jacob deGrom.